Hello and welcome back to another EverQuest video. I'm going to be going into Karnor's castle today and doing a little bit of crawl and hopefully get some rare mobs. I honestly wanted to go do something a little bit easier that I was more familiar with instead of another run into fear or, like, God forbid, hate. And so I'm going to be going down to Turnkey in Karnor's castle, and I'm just going to go ahead and walk you through how to get there, because traversing this zone can be a bit tricky at times. There's a lot of Drollvarg, which are humanoids, and then just a slew of different undead, and to complicate things even more, the Drollvarg can sometimes just see undead. So immediately, as you can see, the usual path that I'd follow just right along the right side of this moat is got 3 mobs, 1 living, 2 undead. I can't get past that. I'm pretty sure one of them's a caster too, so I don't want that. So going along here, left side of the moat, and I'm going to try to dip underneath this and make it back to the other side. As you can see, there's Drollvarg up on the bridge. There's also a Drollvarg in the water and an undead. So I'm like, okay, I think I've got time to hide in this corner. I'm going to go ahead and feign. Nothing aggro's onto me. So I wait a little bit, speed up the footage here for an opening. I've got a pretty nice clear gap right now. Get back up, IVU. I don't even bother using improved IVU. I'm not sure if it has longer cast time, but it usually is just, we're not really going too deep here. So I'm level 60 right now. You could come here, I think, like as early as like 54. I think that's what I did. I spend a lot of time here, especially down here, specifically down here at Turnkey. This is the entrance to Turnkey, by the way. You go down, you go up. Sometimes there will be Drollvarg in place of these 2 guys I'm walking past. There might be a third one. I don't think so, though. But yeah, those 2 can be Drollvarg, and that's not really that fun. Make sure you got Feign Death ready, and if you're really not sure, Mana Skin or Steel Skin, I think it is. So this is Turnkey. This is where a rare can spawn. You can see there's prisoners and soldiers, and it's super nice, super consistent. Some of them are even still blue at this level. So we're going to go ahead and get into this. I'm going to do some reverse charming. So I charmed one of these guys, and basically I sent him in to go aggro like 4 or 5 mobs, and I'm going to take some time to root each and every single one of them. The idea is to simply get them all rooted before they kill my pet, which I have a prisoner. He's kind of a low level right now, and I believe he's getting really low. Yeah, I don't have that last soldier rooted. I try to pull him back, try to get the root off, but he gets a 136 on my prisoner and I lose him. That's okay though, because there's more fish in the sea. We've still got 4 mobs, and I'm going to be getting full XP for each one of them. So yeah, I just charm up another one, get it started. They're all on the soldier. And I speed up the footage again here. And yeah, I do Torment of Shadows on all these guys just to kind of speed up the process. You don't have to do this. I'm sure a lot of people coming here won't have the epic, they won't have the Shasar clicky that I have, and that's fine. You can do this anyway. It's just kind of a convenience thing, it speeds it all up. So with this soldier still rooted, I need to invis to break the charm, just the right timing here, and that's what I do. I skip forward a little bit. I'm casting Ignite Bones with a clicky that I have, and then defluxing to finish these guys off. I think deflux on soldiers usually does 3%. Ignite Bones does like 7. And really you just want to save as much mana and time as you can, of course. But deflux is perfectly fine to finish these guys off with. So I got my Soulwell staff on right now. I'm trying to watch this prisoner. I end up like kind of going, okay, he's too low. So I go ahead and cancel that, and I canceled the Soulwell cast and I deflux. So then we've got these 2 left, and I just go ahead and finish them off and we move on. Here we are a little bit deeper in. I've got a decayed prisoner here that I'm going to go ahead and charm, and I'm going to send him into this soldier over here, and whenever I charm him, yeah, that soldier always comes out. And we got another one, and then I believe there's 1 or 2 more. Yeah, there's another one right there. So I go pull him, and now things are a little bit awkward. My guy's kind of stuck in the middle, and we want all of the enemies to be bunched up together. So I run through, drag my prisoner back, and that stacks up the 3 mobs that he's fighting. And so I just go ahead and root them here all as well. I'm probably going to do another times Yep. Oh, nope, my pet's getting low. So yeah, I break invis, I do 2 quick defluxes, easy peasy, right? Just get straight into the next charm and continue. It's really that easy to do this reverse charm. The main issue you're going to have, of course, is the lower level you are, the more resist you're going to get. And that's just not really fun for anybody, right? Like, that just adds a whole lot of variance to it. But at level 60 and at level 59, I know whenever I was here, 59, even 58, it starts to get really consistent and it becomes very comfortable. Some of these soldiers can spawn up to level 50, I think. So, of course, the really high level ones, you're going to have issues with resists if you come here at, say, 54. I mean, you can mitigate that by just not charming the soldiers. You could just, you know, sneak past them with IVU, and you can just charm something that's a lower level, and then, like, apply some dots to the high-level soldier as your low-level prisoner or whatever is fighting him. So that way you don't get the break, but, you know, you still have enough damage. That was really nice. I got a big double kill there. That was super sick. So we skip ahead a little bit. There's another prisoner over here that I want to use for this next build. This prisoner is still blue to me, which means he's at least level 45, which the prisoners do spawn in at lower levels. So this is a nice surprise. And let's see, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and mez these two as well. There's pretty much an undead around every single corner here, and I managed to get the click on them for the target by using the title window to change my camera view. Super duper important to have that bound. If you don't, yeah, get on it. So we got 2 more undead over here in this little cubby. I go ahead and send my boy in to pull them out. Really don't want to face pull these if you can ever help it. They hit really hard. So then I have my pet smack the soldier, and I have it smack the prisoner. I pull him back, and you've seen me do it before. I'm going to do it again. I'm going to just slowly tab through these guys one at a time, root each and every single one of them, and I gotta do it quick enough so that way they don't kill my prisoner, right? Because that's just a waste of XP, a waste of drops. But as you can see, my prisoner is still 44%. He's dropping pretty fast, but I've got time here, and all 4 of the skeletons are still just beating his face in, I think. Reposition him there. Sometimes mobs can get pushed back out of range here because I have 4 rooted mobs attacking my decayed prisoner. And of course, what's going to happen is, you know, whenever you get punched in EverQuest, it kind of moves you a little bit sometimes. And that applies to charmed creatures here too. So sometimes they can get punched out of the range of the other rooted guys, and so you have to send them in again. So yeah, over here I'm using my bracer again to finish off this soldier. I think I charm another one. Start it up again. You know how it is. This is probably one of the fastest ways to get experience as a solo necromancer, is by doing reverse charming. It is super duper efficient. All you really have to do is like charm, do a couple of roots, and then finish one mob off, charm again. It's so incredibly efficient. It's insane. So I killed the soldier here. I think one of these 2 was really low, so what I went ahead and did was I just dotted up these guys. I think I put less dots on the prisoner. This prisoner is only like 20%. And I think I've seen Ignite Bones do like, it's like a 500-point nuke. I've seen it do like 11%. So sometimes the prisoners, depending on their level, can be very effective. That Ignite Bones breaks the root, and there's this funny thing that can happen with the root, where I think if it's like slowed and you root it, it'll kind of like keep walking visually, but like technically this prisoner is still directly in front of me right now, but obviously I can't see him, and I'm like, what the fuck's going on? So I just decided to finish him off with a deflux, even though he still got Torment of Shadows, and he just kind of magically reappears in front of me, so I was like, that was weird. So let's see, what happens next? I go ahead and add that fine steel. Oh yeah, we do a little time skip. Do a little time skip. I'm back over here in Viz. I'm checking to see if a turnkey has spawned. This is, I think, later in the same day. Yeah, and I decide, alright, I don't want to do another loop here. I'm going to crawl around the castle a little bit and see what else is going on. There's some other spots I'd like to check out. But as soon as you leave the basement, there is going to be Drollvarg. So we've got a guardian over there. That's nice. Those guys are all over the ramparts. And then another guardian. To the left here is the hand room, I believe they call it. Usually see a lot of groups in here. And I get ganked by a Drollvarg sentry, sees right through my invis, and I'm very grateful that that room, the hand room itself, didn't pull on my ass whenever I did that. That would have been pretty bad. Probably would have had to harm shield, float off the side of the rampart, and then like feign death or something. So yeah, no, I wait for them to go back to where they were whenever they aggroed, so my feign death would drop them, and then move behind the corner. And so here's a little skip forward. I think the Drollvarg has passed away, and I just go ahead and root that other guardian, do Soulwell on him, and now I'm going to set up a charm here. I don't think, yeah, I have to put Augmentation of Death on right now because I'm planning on using my charm pet here for a little while. I also decided to give him a torch. Good lord, look at that UI. It's true classic EverQuest right there. Got 6 bags open. I don't know where the hell my other torch is, or if I even have one. But, yeah, and then Spectral Curate comes up here. This is where it starts to get a little bit exciting. This is that, you know, EverQuest that I kind of know and love, to be honest. So, okay, I just hit him up with Augmentation of Death. I re-mez the Curate, and kind of hard to see, but my Guardian, oh, you know, you can see it on the right, yeah. He's kind of chewing through the other Guardian, even though they both seem to be around the same level. Let's see, I just saw 120 there. One of them, that means one of them's a level 45. 45s hit 120s. 50s hit 140s. And then a Drollvarg Sentry pops up too, and it's like, oh man, you know, it's starting to get spicy. So, let's see, do I root this one? I think I root this one. Yeah, I root this one, and I just mess the Curate again, because I'm pretty sure the Curate's a healer. And that's annoying. You know, like, I don't want it rooted, I want it completely zonked out, not able to cast anything. So, this Sentry goes down pretty fast. I sped up the footage here, though, because it takes a bit. I start dotting things up. Or, sorry, I'm not dotting things up, but I just use Soulwell to keep myself topped off, because I've got a hasted pet on me right now. So, look at this Curate. He's going to start going down pretty fast. This is 2x speed footage, but also my Guardian is starting to get a little bit hurt. So I cast Ignite Bones with the Curate, and it ends up landing, which is awesome. It actually interrupts the heal, and yeah, my Guardian's able to take him out pretty easily. Once it started healing, it stopped hitting my Guardian, so my Guardian was like, hey, you know, we're good. We are good. So here, I'm just kind of looking around a little more. I'm not super familiar with the castle. Like, I've kind of crawled through here a couple of times, but I just kind of want to find something else to throw my pet into so it can get low enough where I can finish off, and that's what I find here. I find a green skeletal lookout. Unfortunate that it's not blue or something. I'm not really going to get any XP from this, but, you know, it's enough to get my skeletal guardian low, and then I'll just finish it off with some spells and continue my crawl. I really just wanted my torch back. I don't think I have very many torches right now. So yeah, my guardian here, you can see how low its HP as I go ahead and break invis, and I'm not in a corner, and so I think I get pretty lucky here because the guardian misses me a couple times, and then it just hits my mana skin, so I don't get knocked back at all. Don't get interrupted, deflux goes off, easy peasy. I end up skipping forward here again because the skeletal lookout, you got dotted up, and I'm just like, alright, he's just going to fall over, it's just going to take a while. I'm just kind of checking out the hand room. I think these are all humanoids, funnily enough, because they all see through my invis. There's a construct, I think that can spawn as a construct of Softhier, which is a rare. I don't really know the loot of this place super well. I just kind of know a few rares that can spawn. So I go exploring a little bit more in here. There's some jail cells, I want to say. I'm not sure. Some sword. I think that's for Green Mist. It's a Shadow Knight kind of epic thing. And here it is, the room with Benril Southier's remains. This is like a 3-tiered room. Kind of, I think, like the main or the final attraction. We got big blue skeletal protectors. Some of them are ghosts, some of them are what is that, Sarnak skeleton? And yeah, I think the remains are 55. it can always be deceptive because it cons the same as the skeletal protectors. And I've charmed the protectors while fighting Veneral Softer before, but yeah, they're just as blue as his remains. That's the EverQuest for you, right? One blue thing could be 20 times weaker than another blue thing. So I check out this room over here on the side, and I'm like, ooh, this is nice. Anything behind the door? No. There's just 2 protectors and a knight. Now, the knight, I'm not sure about. I don't know what the knight's deal is, but I'm like, alright, you know, screw it. What can go wrong here? I go ahead and just charm a protector, and I'm just going to reverse charm this room. I think I skipped the footage a little bit here because I lose both protectors to the knight. I get experience for drops for neither of them. As you can see here, I cancel my my invis because I'm like, oh, he's low enough, I'll back him off. No. He was rooted! He was still rooted. That root stuck like Gorilla Glue. Oh my god. So, it's just Spectral Knight. I think I speed up the footage, yeah, and I just use my cool little bone bracelet of condemnation that gives me a free, like, 15-second cast Ignite Bones. I use that to finish the guy off. Get my staff back on, and I'm like, okay, cool, a little bracelet. I think that's worth a lot of flat. So, back out here, kind of just checking the area out. I don't know if anything can spawn as like a rare here, anything with a placeholder. I do find a staircase here, Spectral Curate, and then out this door, I believe, yeah, we're back on the ramparts, which is pretty nice. Or, not the ramparts, or it's just some part of the outside. I don't know what it's called specifically. Let's see, what's down here? That's a locked door, and that's one of the courtyards. So I'm like, okay, I don't have a key, I don't know what the key is. I don't even know if there is a key, or if you just need a road for that. So, I think I jumped down here, and I'm like, alright, what's going on? I know this is where Veneral Softer himself spawns. Right now we've just got a knight, another knight, and protector. Well, that one's green. That's weird. I mean, it's like a level 44 probably. So yeah, I kind of just go checking out this area. I'm like, alright, what's back here? I don't know. Can I squeeze through here? No. And, kind of just end up waddling around for a little bit. I'm checking out some stuff. This doesn't really feel like an amazing place to fight since all the stuff roams around, and I don't know where any of it goes. There's like a little dead end over here, a guy popping through the floor. I'm like, what the hell's going on there? I'm checking for invisible walls. There are none, I don't think. Either they're one-way walls. There was a one-way wall to get in here, actually. And, yeah, this footage is hella sped up because I realized I can't get out. I'm stuck. So I kind of just like, okay, let me just try everything again. But the problem is that the only way out is locked. So here's what I do. I hide over here, the safest place I can find, and I bobbing corpse myself again, which is just the levitate on the little clicky earring I have from Chardock. Take off the village form because I was literally waddling around for so long I lost 33+% of my health, and I start doing the lev trick. So whenever you levitate, you bob up and down, and if you're at the bottom of the bob and then you click out, because EverQuest like renders at a lower resolution whenever you're tabbed out or whatever, like you'll start floating up higher. And so yeah, that's how you lev trick. And I get up to the 2nd floor and I'm like, yes, thank God. So thankfully that's something I knew how to do, otherwise I'd just have to gate and run back here, which is annoying. I'm out on the 3rd floor after a little bit more exploration. Nice ramparts here, you get to see the courtyard. It's always weird seeing places not completely overrun by players, you know? Because this is a very popular zone. This has always been a popular zone. This is like where everybody groups up at higher levels. So I'm out over here and I'm like, wait a minute, a Drollvard captain. That's the captain camp. I did a captain camp with a guy at like 56 whenever I was here. It was with the paladin. It was awesome. So I'm like, how the fuck do I pull this? Okay, let's go over. Let's just levitate over, and he jumps off. I'm like, okay, what? So this was kind of completely unintended. I had no idea he was just gonna jump off the frickin' side of the place, and then he just starts going for a swim. Like, what the hell, dude? He didn't even re-aggro on me. This was bizarre. And yet, it made this whole ordeal so simple. I looked it up beforehand. I furiously Googled it. I was like, okay, what level is he? I think he's 49. Okay, so he's not gonna summon me, which means I don't even have to do anything special. I think I just root rot him. Hi, baby. My dog's awake. So yeah, I bring him over to the corner, I shove myself into the corner, and I try to get as far into like the wall as possible, so if something does come through like the waters, it hopefully won't aggro. But yeah, I mean, like, what else is there to say? I dot him up and he falls over eventually. Like, the pull itself was ridiculous, and I'm happy it worked. I was just like, why did that work? You know, why the hell did that work? So yeah, I've got all my clickies. You could easily do this without clickies. You could just summon a pet, probably fear him around. Like, I don't think any other mobs swam up close by us. He just kind of fell over. I did Plague, Cessation of Core, Pyro Cure, and please don't tell me I'm wrong on that. I think Pyro Cure or something, and Splurt, as well as Soul from the Staff, which can be Vexing Virginia if you have that instead, and Torment of Shadows, which can be Cascading Darkness, and all of those will stack with each other. I ended up getting Drovarg Mantle, which I'm pretty sure that this is his common drop. Not very good. So I was like, alright, you know, whatever. It's more about the experience here. I'm getting buffer XP, having some fun. I invis up and I make my way back. I think I go back into the jail here. Yeah, no, it was a little bit of an annoying route getting through, but I managed to make it back. And something has changed here. I think between last time I went here and now, another group must have come through and started killing stuff, or they must have pulled from down here, because right around this corner, bam, Drovarg, and then another Drovarg just staring at me. But also, if you look, there's an undead jailer around here. That fat-ass Drovarg, making it hard to click on him, but there he is, an undead jailer. That's another named spawn with some pretty cool potential drops. And I was like, ooh, hell yeah. He's level 51 though, which means he summons. And this guy, specifically, the jailer, I believe, at least the wiki says, he can banish you to the jail cells nearby while summoning. So that's like, oh god, you know, like, how do I mitigate that? So, obviously I'm going to have to charm a pet. Can't root rot him. I got to invis past that Drovarg because he's being annoying. And I figured I'm just going to clear this area down here. Give myself some breathing room. So, we've got some more soldiers and some prisoners. This room's pretty easy. I would always come here if turnkey was taken whenever I was leveling up. Sometimes this room would also be taken. Hey, there's another name mob, a skeletal caretaker. Hell yeah. Like, it's actually crazy. There was, what is that, like 3 names just sitting up. It's awesome. So I go ahead and get up my Demi-Lich again, and I think I'm just going to try to charm this guy. Yeah, I'm just out of range, so charm, that prisoner pulls, then that prisoner goes on him. It's super easy to set this stuff up, granted that, like, your charm doesn't get resisted. If your charm gets resisted and, I don't know, Feign fails, like, what's the route? You harm shield, and then you try to feign again, and then if that fails, you're just fucked, right? Like, usually that doesn't happen. But anyway, time skipping forward, got double root breaks here, no big deal. These guys don't really hit super hard, and I have Solwell on as well. I kind of just wanted to skip over the mobs punching each other's skulls in at a point, because, like, it's pretty much the exact same footage as before, right? So, I managed to get full experience for these 3. I was super happy about that, and, yeah, just going through it, getting lots of bone chips, kind of recharging there. This place is so good for Necromancer. You get so many bone chips. Everything gives you bone chips. So, now, in this room, we have a Decayed Kylung Ixar, which I believe is the placeholder, I know is the placeholder for part of the Vishan's Peak Quest mob. It's some remains of so-and-so that drops a piece of one of the medallions. So sometimes you'll see people down here farming this. But I do land a nice lull on him. Rest of Dead should keep him out of the fight for about 4 minutes. And so I'm like, okay, I'm not even going to bother lulling anything else. I'm just going to find this nice little spot on the wall, which I managed to worm my way into, and I'm going to charm the caretaker. Now here's the thing. It might look like there's only a few mobs. They come out of the woodwork, alright? There's actually like 5, 6 mobs in this room. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So, I really didn't even need to lull the Decayed guy, but he might have pulled whenever I was wiggling my way into that spot, so, you know, it's probably for the best that I did. So anyway, Caretaker, as soon as I check his health, like, this guy's like almost dead, I think. Oh no, okay, he actually doesn't come back. Nope, he does go down really fast, yeah. So yeah, this is like a level 49 named mob. I think he can have like some dagger that like turns you into a wolf, or it's like ranger only or something. It's really rare, like 1%, and he doesn't have it. He ends up having some no-drop arms that I can't use. But a bit of a bummer there. But yeah, no, I take some time here to charm the Karnor guy, and I send him into the clump of murder. Like, I think reverse charming is a lot of fun. I believe that's what's called, reverse charming. And yeah, no, I just go ahead and clear out this room. I'm going to keep one of these guys alive to fight the jailer with. And I want to try to kind of pay attention to maybe which one is taking the longest to kill or hitting the hardest. And I want to take that one, and I want to fight the jailer with it. So I don't even end up looting the Van Braces. I don't even think there's like barely anyone else in the zone. I think this was pretty late. But yeah, the arcade boy goes down. I pull him back a ways. I can't really remember why I pulled him so far back. I think it's because if I told him to get back and I was wedged into that corner, he would like walk instead of run to me. And I've kind of like had that happen before where I wasn't expecting them to walk, and so they walk too slowly, and they end up just getting punched on the way out and dying, and that's not fun. Yeah, he goes down, no drops, no biggie. Pretty sure I do another time skip here soon. It's the same as it ever was. Yeah, okay, so all of those guys are dead. I just hit a successful feint on this decayed soldier after healing myself with Soul Well. As you can see, he's rooted, but his health is going up 5% per game tick. If a mob is out of combat, they get 5% of their health back every single game tick. This is awesome. If you're charming a mob, you're really far away from its spawn point, and you need to heal it. So, Screaming Terror, that's the mez, into Charm. I give him another torch, same one that I gave the guy earlier, and I'm going to go ahead and hit him up with Augmentation of Death. Now, we still had the 2 Drollvarg to take care of. I was about to pull the jailer, and then that Drollvarg comes through, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's a thing. I completely forgot about him at the time. Wait for him to get away from the jailer. Nice little face pull there. Really good timing. Honestly, very lucky. And I pull him back to the soldier because my soldier's still rooted. Like I said, that paralyzing earth lasts like forever. I think it's 5 minutes or something crazy. So, yeah, I just go ahead and hit him up with that Soul Well. I like to always have my Soul Well going. Vexing Wargenia, again, is the alternative if you don't have that, but it can be kind of expensive. So, yeah, I always like that Soul Well on, especially whenever I have a hasted pet like this, because like it might give me an extra tick or two to stay alive. Things go really bad. Root wears off. I go ahead and guard him a little bit away, and I'm trying to get the other Drollvarg right now. Let's see. I Shadow Bond my guy, too, which is the health transfer. So that plus the Soul Well just keeps both of our healths up. Pretty cool. He's gonna get to play like a healer. So alright, taking out the other sentry. This goes by super fast. It's the exact same thing. Soul Well again. I hit him with the Shadow Bond. Probably just gonna skip the footage forward here. Oh man, I barely even get that cast off. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Protection of the Groves falls off. That's super unfortunate. So now my health is down by like 400. And as you can see here, I'm going to try to get a different spell on. I think I was going to get Splurt, but me sitting got me in range of the jailer, so he went in and just punched my face in, and I was like, oh my god. So, I mean, it kind of worked, right? He came alone. That's good. I Shadow Bond my guy. I don't even think that I bothered to root the jailer. Yeah, no, I just apply Splurt, Pyro, my 2 most efficient, powerful dots, and then I hit him up with my Soul Well again, and he's just melting. I didn't even need to use the dots here. I feel like I really overestimated like how strong the jailer would be, or maybe I underestimated just how much damage my charm pet would do. I think he's hitting 136s pretty regularly, which means he's probably level 49, which is again 1 level below the max level that he can spawn. And so yeah, it's only a 2 level difference between the soldier that I have charmed and the jailer. And the jailer's just getting destroyed, right? Like, this is a hasted, offhand wielding pet, so he gets that additional double hit. You do need a offhand in your pet for them to have that. It's really weird. And he goes down. It's like, wow, that was easy. I don't think he was holding any weapon. No, yeah, I got the scale leggings. I basically got a full armor set by this point, right? Or at least something close to it. So, my soldier still has a lot of HP. I don't want to break him right now, so I end up just running around and throwing him at stuff until he gets low enough. Pretty much exactly what I did before, because I want my torch back. Should I buy more torches? Yeah, I have a ton in my bank, but I banked them all last time I was in Thurgoden, I think, because I was farming Coldane heads. I needed as much inventory space as I could, and I just kind of never got them back out. And I'm probably going to go back there soon, because well, maybe not actually. I think I have enough reputation now with King Tormax to turn in Coldane's head if my guild's able to get the kill on him and I'm able to win a bid on the head. Which I was about to say, if the head drops, like, where would it go? So anyway, my soldier finally gets low enough here. You can see I'm waiting for just the right opportunity. He's putting out so much damage I want to wait as late as possible, and I think he's fighting a prisoner, so it's not like the prisoner's just going to double hit him for like 7% of his AP and he's going to die instantly. So I break charm. I'm backed up into a corner here, so I wasn't going to get knocked back, and I don't go straight for the deflux. I go for the root, because I don't know if a single deflux is going to kill him, and he's hasted with the torch, and that just can get really scary and keep getting interrupted, and it's like, oh my god, that's dangerous. So this soldier's almost dead too. Sorry about that. Yeah, he just dies. He's got some plate skin on him. After a couple of dots, he falls over. What's left to say? Loot his corpse. It was a pretty successful, somehow deathless crawl through Karnor's castle, and got a couple of names down. Didn't really get any gear, but got some nice buff for XP. Just a nice place to go to. Just checking again here for another turnkey. Nothing. It's all good. I'm probably going to be coming in here again soon, and thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed.